Welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to teach you 3 techniques to get more done in less time. Let's dive in. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to be more productive, how to get more done in less time, and how to stop being such a busy bee, I guess you could say. I've worked with a lot of people over time, and I have this day that kind of pops up and is told to me all of the time. And you've probably felt this way before, which is, hey, I work so much, but I don't feel like I'm getting anything done. You ever had one of those days where you're just working, and you're slaving away and you're doing something, and at the end of the day, you're like, man, I'm exhausted, but I don't feel like I did anything. If so, you are probably being busy and not being productive. So there's a massive difference between busy and productive. Busy is just doing things. Being productive, productivity is conquering the most important things. And let's be real. You waste a lot of time, don't you? Like we all do. It's funny because I'll talk with people and they're like, I'm so busy. I'm like, show me your calendar. And they're like, well, I don't really keep a calendar. I kind of have like a little bit here. Most people that I have found are absolutely terrible with time management. So it's not that they don't have enough time. It's usually that you're not really good at managing their time. We all want a perfect life. We all want to make money and travel the world and have fun and buy some cool things and, donate a bunch of money to the world and have great relationships. We all want a perfect life. But what's really interesting about being a human is that you only get 24 hours every single day. You and every single person on this earth gets 24 hours. That will never change. You cannot control time. The only thing that we can change is how productive we are when we want to get something done. Now, this is not an episode about hustle culture and working your ass off all day long. I used to be that person, and I'm telling you, don't be that person. Learn from my mistakes. That's not how you get to success. Let me say that again. You can get to success, but you're going to hate your life on the way over there. And so what I recommend is like having a time where you click on to be productive, to get stuff done, whether that's your business, whether that's work, whether that's, helping the children get something done with their schoolwork, whatever it might be. When you click in, you're in. There is nothing else that you're doing. When you click out, you are out. You're not thinking about it. You're not going back into it. And that's really what it comes down to, is identifying what are the most important tasks that I could be doing. So that's the first thing, is the 80-20 rule, the Pareto principle. The next thing that I recommend people do is to batch. Batch as much as you possibly can when you're doing stuff. And so for me, like I'm creating content today. Today is one of my content creation days. And so I woke up in the morning and I did, I checked in with my team after 10 o'clock because in the morning is when I am the most creative for me. And so I looked back and I was like, okay, I know I need to plan episodes today. I need to record episodes today. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look through all of my ideas. I have this massive list of ideas that I've been putting together over years and years of recording this podcast. And I just see which one hits home with me this morning. And then I find the one. And then what I do is I start writing them all out. I start putting bullet points and starting to make a flow of the podcast. And I'll do 2 episodes in the morning, late afternoonish, late morning as well. And then I come to the studio and I record 2 or 3 podcast episodes whenever I come to the studio. When I first had the podcast, this is not even me lying, and the podcast used to come out only 3 times a week, I used to record the episode the night before. Sometimes, majority of the time. I'd record the, oh my God, I got to put an episode out tomorrow. What should I talk about? And I just plan it out real quick and I put it up. It's way easier to plan and record and to batch them. I'm in the flow of writing. I'm going to go ahead and get them done. I'm in the flow of recording. I'm going to go ahead and get them done. So like yesterday, I planned 2 episodes. I recorded 2 episodes, and then I planned 6 reels for Instagram and then recorded 6 reels for Instagram, so that over a few hours, I'm doing the biggest needle moving thing that I can do. And that is, have more people aware of the brand, more people aware of the business. And so if you really start to think about it, if you can figure out a way to start using the 80-20 rule to identify the biggest tasks that need to be done today that will be the most productive things that you could do. You batch out the things that can all be done. Like, oh, I need to record 4 episodes this week. Well, I can just get all of those done in 1 day or 2 days. You batch them. But then when you sit down to work, it needs to be, I have an entire chapter in this in my book. You can read about it and level up. But it needs to become a ritual. It needs to become a thing where it's, instead of like, oh shit, I got to sit here and get work done. It's like, It's a ritual, not a habit. Habits are habits, routines are routines, but a ritual like feels important. It is important that I bring 100% of my brain power to this task. You will get more done, and you will be light years ahead of other people years down the road, because most people, as I said, only get 2 hours of productivity done, maybe 3 hours of productivity. If you can get 5 hours done, you're light years ahead of people in a year, and you're in a completely different universe 5 years down the road. And so what's most important is to stop being busy, start being productive, and to start focusing on the needle moving tasks and getting those crossed off your list every single day, and then bringing 100% of your brain power when you're doing those things to bring the best of yourself and everything that you do. So that's what I got for you for today's episode. If you love this episode, please share it on your Instagram stories. Tag me in it, Rob Dial Jr. Also, if you haven't heard the past few episodes, if you love this podcast, I'm launching a thing called Mindset Mentor Plus. It's an entire community and platform to help you not just listen to the podcast passively, but actually actively integrate this fully into your life. There's a lot of different ways we're going to do it. There are detailed worksheets for every single episode so that you can use them as study guides and get better. There's thought-provoking journaling prompts. There's really targeted assignments so that you can take these episodes and actually start to use them in your life. And then also at the same time, there's going to be an entire community that you're going to have that you can join of all other people who are podcast listeners, Mindset Mentor podcast listeners, so that you're not the only weird person in your life that's trying to grow and improve and get better, but you can meet other weirdos like us. We're going to have exclusive Q&A sessions. We're going to have a ton of other bonuses, and it's all for, less than you probably spend on coffee each month. And so if you want to sign up for the waitlist, founding members will get 25% off. And so that'll be for lifetime. And so if you want to learn more about it, go to mindsetwaitlist.com. We're going to email them before it gets announced in the podcast. And so if you want to join, once again, mindsetwaitlist.com, and you'll be one of the first people in the world to learn about it. And with that, I'm going to leave you the same way I leave you every single episode. Make it your mission to make somebody else's day better. I appreciate you, and I hope that you have an amazing day.